I remember when I just got serious about training and nutrition, I was so confused. Should I cut or should I bulk first? I wanted to see my abs, but I also wanted to look bigger. I spent hours researching, reading articles, and watching videos. Everyone had a different opinion, and honestly, it was overwhelming. If you are feeling the same way, I've got you. I'm Steven, a nutritionist from HKU and a current physio student. In this video, I will give you a simple, straightforward guide to help you decide whether you should focus on cutting or bulking first. By the end, we will know exactly what's right for you. Before we get into what's right for you, let's break down what cutting and bulking actually mean and their pros and cons. Cutting is when you focus on losing fat by achieving a calorie deficit, meaning you're eating a fewer calories than your body needs. This is a key to losing weight. The advantages of cutting are that, first, it makes your muscle more visible, which is awesome. It can be motivating when your muscle look leaner and more defined. Also, if you are carrying too much fat, cutting can improve your overall health. But here's the downside. Calorie deficits aren't ideal for building muscle. You feel hungry, tired, and your workout might suffer. Imagine lifting heavy and feeling hungry. It is so distracting, and your training quality will be affected. On the other hand, bulking is all about gaining muscle. To bulk, you eat more calories than your body needs, creating a calorie surplus. This gives your body the extra energy it needs to build muscle. Not only you can look bigger, and you will also get stronger too, but the disadvantage of bulking is you will gain some fat. You won't see that six-pack for a while. Also, gaining too much fat can be harmful for your health, so you've got to be careful. So you can see, cutting and bulking both have their place, but as a beginner, you may wonder which one should I start with. There are a few key factors to consider, and I'm going to help you come up with a clear plan. By the end, you will know exactly what path to take. First, assess your body composition. Take a look in the mirror or even get your body fat percentage. I know these tests aren't always accurate, but they will give you a rough idea. If you are above 20% body fat for men or 30% for women, starting with cut may be the way to go. Cutting down on fat will make you healthier and set you up for future muscle growth. If you are leaner, bulking to build more muscles could be a better move. Second, set clear goals. Ask yourself what's more important right now, getting lean or building muscle. If you want to look good with muscle definition, cutting should be your first step. If you're all about getting stronger and packing on muscle, bulking could be the better option. It seems simple, but here's something most beginners don't know. As a beginner, you can experience newbie gains, which means you can build muscle and lose fat at the same time to some extent. So whether you cut or bulk, you are still likely to make muscle gains. So you don't even have to start with cutting or bulking. You could stick to maintenance calories, where you eat roughly the same amount of calories your body burns. You don't need to focus on weight changes, just focus on training. You may get 90% of the result without worrying about cutting or bulking. But if you really want to maximize muscle growth, a slight surplus, just 100 to 300 extra calories a day, is probably your best bet. You will grow while minimizing fat gain. But remember, don't try dirty bulk. I've tried dirty bulk many times, and trust me, it's not worth it. Sure, you can eat a lot of food like pizza, burgers, whatever you want, but you end up gaining way too much fat. I remember I looked like I hadn't trained at all because I just looked fat. I couldn't even walk fast without losing my breath. It was uncomfortable, and honestly, it killed my gym performance as well. Also, research shows that there's no difference in muscle growth between a huge surplus and a small surplus. So why gain all the fat when you don't need to? If you really enjoy dirty bulk and it helps you train better, go for it. But for most of us, keep your body fat below 20% for men and 30% for women is a smarter approach. Here's my personal approach. I aim for a slight surplus to build muscle until I hit around 16 to 90% of body fat. Then I do 1 to 3 month cutting phase to drop down to 12 to 15 body fat. Then I will bulk again, or sometimes I will just stick to maintenance if I feel good in the gym. I just make sure I'm doing right things, which I'm going to share with you. So now you may decide whether you want to go for cut or bulk. I'm gonna give you some tips to help you optimize your cutting or bulking. If you choose to cutting, the most important thing is to keep your protein intake high. You do not want to lose muscle, right? Aim for at least 1.8 grams of protein per kilogram of your body weight, and that's going to help you to maximize muscle retention while burning fat. The next tip is don't drastically cut your calories. I know many of us want to look good as far as we can, but trust me, if you go too low, you are going to feel like garbage. Your workouts are going to suck and you may give up dieting soon. Indeed, some advanced lifter may be able to do well in aggressive cutting, but for beginner, I recommend just aim for a more moderate calorie deficit, where you are losing around 0.25 to 1% of your body weight per week. By doing so, you are losing fat but still have the energy to hit the gym hard. And speaking of the gym, don't skip your training. I know you're probably thinking, I'm cutting, I'm not going to build muscle anyways, so there's no point to train hard. But here's the thing, by training hard, you are telling your body to keep the muscle from losing, so keep lifting heavy and pushing yourself. Make sure you train close to failure or even failure. You don't want to just lose fat, you want to keep your muscle too. By the way, if you found these tips helpful, I send out a newsletter with one simple science-backed tip related to nutrition, training and physiotherapy every week. It's totally free and I put the link in the description. Feel free to sign up. Let's get back. If you choose to bulk, please make sure don't overfeed yourself. Focus on clean bulking. You need to eat more to have calorie surplus, but you are not just eating whatever you want. Sure, you can have some snacks and fast food sometimes, but if you want to maximize your gain and health, try to eat more on whole foods such as almonds, salmon, avocado, eggs. They are great in nutrients and also they are high in calories. You want to aim for 0.1 to 0.25 kg of weight gain per week. I know it seems low, but from my personal experience, if you try to bulk too fast, you are just going to end up gaining a bunch of fat. Muscle gains are slow. And lastly, train hard. You have no excuse to not train hard. You've got the energy. Just use it. Push yourself in the gym, lift heavier and do more reps. This is your chance to build strength and muscle, so take advantage of it. When you are cutting, you will miss having this kind of energy. I remember when I was preparing for my bodybuilder show, I was so lean but my gym performance was garbage. I didn't enjoy training at all, so make the most of it when you are having food. Remember, building muscle is a long-term journey. Whether you cut, bulk or maintain, consistency is key. Don't rush the process. And if you don't want to make the same training mistakes that I did, check out my video here on the top 3 beginner mistakes that I made that slowed down my progress.